It's a fascinating place, Canary Wharf, because
it really is.
I'd never been before we went to the site to see it with James, our business partner. And obviously, when you see the site, you're like, "Wow, this is incredible!" Really fell in love with it. Like I think it's the 7th biggest residential in the UK. There's, it's a really unique building, and it's got this beautiful waterfront terrace. But yeah, I think the main challenge with Canary Wharf is, whereas St James, you are in the centre of, well, it feels like you're in the centre of the world sometimes, like, because it's just a second away from the busiest high street, one of the busiest high streets in the world. And it's constant here because you've got pre-theatre, you've got post-theatre, you've got, breakfast, brunch, lunch, anything would work here because you've got the volume of traffic. But then Canary Wharf is different because you've got essentially a business crowd which work and behave completely differently to the customer base that's coming to Fallow.
How so? Like, when you say it's a different city, and when you say...
I think if you think about like some of our point of sale is, Instagram, all that stuff, TikTok, they're not engaged with food content the same way as some other people. But also, like, they want something. The meal for a business person is a functional meal. It's a 45-minute window that they might have in the middle of the day. So you need to do something that can be had in 45 minutes, a set lunch. And then you need to offer everything else for, say, if someone wants to have a Friday lunchtime and they want to get a couple of bottles of rosé and do something a bit more boozy. But yeah, that kind of drinking business culture, it doesn't exist in the same way. So you very much have to build your space around your customer base. Having said that, the massive surprise with Canary Wharf was, first of all, residential. So the residential in Canary Wharf is incredibly strong and growing. So Wood Wharf is the new biggest development, and that's going to add lots more high net worth flats, but also just, really lovely local families and local people, which you don't think about on Canary Wharf. You don't think, like, right outside Fallow, there's like two nurseries and a creche, and international schools being built, or hospitals being built. It's crazy. And then the third sort of round of demographic is the people who come in from the East End on the weekends because it's easier to park and they can go to the shopping centre and enjoy all the restaurants without going into central London. Yeah. So the weekend is absolutely packed. And that's the biggest surprise. We built a restaurant being like, we're going to be packed from Monday to Friday, and then it might be a bit more casual for the weekends. But it's actually, the business is there throughout the week. It's just different. Yeah. And it's a different demographic each time. So it's been a massive, it's been a really positive learning experience for us. Like, I think when we were Fallow, we were chefs just in the kitchen every day. Now it feels like a little bit more like taking a bit more of a restaurateur where, we're not just worried about the food that's leaving the past, we're worried about getting the customers through the door.
Yeah, it's like, there's a Bruce Lee quote I love, which is like, be like water. So it's like adapt and move around to the environment. So it's like, if you're trying to like cookie cutter Fallow to that, you're going to be, as you say, it's completely different. Like, how have you, if we talk about the transition from chefs to restaurateurs, over the last sort of 3-4 years, and we can use Canary Wharf and Row as the example, but like how have you guys changed and developed and kind of evolved or had to personally?
Well, I think the change is obviously very hard, but I think, for us, there wasn't really a choice. So I think when you're back against when you're backed against the wall, it's almost like fight or flight. You just get it done. Even once we moved, even when we started Fallow, although we were like 99%, well, we were in the kitchen everywhere, doing all the dishes, doing everything. We still had to do the other stuff. We had to figure it out, but we were figuring it out when it was urgent. Oh shit, where's the license? Oh shit, where's the EHO? Oh shit, where's the HR department? Yeah. Oh shit, we haven't built one yet. Okay, let's build one. Because it's only ever been us and our business partner. But so we've done everything from day one, and we have not done it perfectly, but we've got through. And now with the second one, we had the experience, and now it's like, okay, we're setting up. We need HR, we need emails, we need Wi-Fi, whereas before it's like, who's got the Spotify account? It's like, no, don't know. Who's paying for it? We're like, whose Spotify account is it? Yeah. What's the password? Like, nobody knows. Whereas now we're just a little bit more ahead of it, in terms of getting used to it. And so that side of it has been, obviously the operational bits, logistical bits have been a lot easier to step up. But now it's just, obviously now we're dealing with bigger landlords, tighter all the boring stuff like waste collections and whatnot, you just need to be super on top of it because we're now a big company. So and then now it's just about managing the people to operate all that stuff for us. But also training and developing that knowledge that we have learned and feeding it down to the team below us. Training, mentoring.
Yeah, I think that's a key part. It's the people below us have grown with us, so and they've been able to adapt and take more and more and more, which frees us up to do a bit more of the business stuff and a little bit more of the whilst keeping in control of the kitchens and making sure the food's of the quality that we want.
I always think that it's better. Like I think the key thing what's made it a lot easier is that we've done it. And obviously we haven't done it on this scale. But the thing is we've done those bits. We've figured out we've got a good basic knowledge of everything, of how to run a restaurant. And then now we're still learning every day. We're still elaborating on it.
Big time.
We designed the kitchen at Fallow. It was pretty crap. And then we designed the kitchen at Fallow. Okay, a bit better. Then we designed the kitchen at Row. Okay, we thought we'd smashed it.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of pounds on a brand new kitchen. And then now, a year later, I'm like, wish I'd done that differently.
Yes.
We're just still learning. Now there's new bits of equipment. Now if I was doing another kitchen, I'd change it completely. So it's just, you're always learning, but you need to have a base. Not like now I feel like I'm an engineer. Like I know hot water valves, I know all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I know like
it's different hats.
Three-phase.
I guess it's just different hats in different days. So it is constantly evolving thing.
Espressos is sponsored by supply chain software gurus Unleashed. It talks your eComm and accounting software. It's helped islands cut admin time in half, get granular clarity on your margins, know where your stock is, don't miss availability. Brands like Candy Kittens, Tiny Rebel and Trip all use Unleashed, and so should you.